don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
And you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Hola, bitches! It's not Monday. No, I thought it was Monday. It's Wednesday. It's the morning show. We're back. Episode 10,062. I'm Phil Balabanos, and that's George Andrizos. Over there, hey, Eggplant, put the camera on you. Look at this melon jam. Hey. Yuck. That was this. If the coffee didn't wake you up this morning, that definitely did. Welcome to the morning show. I'm not going to do all the plugs we do except for
Patreon.com/Pantelis.
He's a fucking, you know what that is.
What a great start to the
That is
episode.
Poseidon
That's just
passing.
a great start.
I'm not going to get there. He was passing gas. But you know, different people pass gas differently. We don't discriminate against their sexual preferences. You got your, and you got your.
No, I mean it's more of like a. It's
It's been a crazy couple of days
It's like a motorcycle taking
because
off.
it was Monday and then it was Tuesday and today, fucking crazy. It's Wednesday.
Crazy.
You swore in the first 30 seconds.
Ah,
I'm joking.
make
The
it
first 30
crazy?
seconds actually passed. That's why we have the intro.
oh, right. Nice.
Yeah.
Good thing I made that thing. With Gabe's little addition at the end. Have you noticed that we changed the
Yes.
intro a little
No,
bit?
no, I haven't
Right
noticed.
at the end, a little Easter egg.
Oh.
What's an Easter egg in French? Do they call it?
Un œuf de Pâques.
No. Do they actually call it an œuf de Pâques, or do they have another expression?
I have no clue.
Des petits cocos.
Let's go cool.
Okay. Is this -18 with the wind? I'm just getting news from the chat here a
Yes.
second.
It is very cold today.
Patreon.com/Pantelis, which he's read out of existence, is where you can support all the stuff on this channel. You can get all the shows. Some of them are exclusive to the Patreon. Is Club Zeus exclusive?
Absolutely, it fucking is.
Exclusive Zeus.
Especially with the stuff we say. Oof.
Yeah.
It's still happening. It's,
We-
consistent, that thing, yeah?
It's not
That's just-
consistent.
what is consistency, George?
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm asking because you have a podcast which is slightly inconsistent.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
I put an episode last week. What are you talking about?
I'm consistently off the air.
And there's another one coming this week.
A lot of secrets were
I
shared.
really should fucking do
in the
another
last episode.
Maybe you should.
I mean, does
Maybe
anyone
you should
even
start that
care
other
at this point?
podcast. Fuck,
It's-
man.
that's not-
tell
hey,
tell
hey.
whatever his name is.
He's a very
I'm just
busy
gonna
man.
leave the
Jesus
camera on.
Christ.
I'm having a hard time syncing up the schedule
The
to get him
whole
in the
time.
studio.
Guys,
That's what's happening.
I don't know if we should say anything, but there's an amazing podcast that this gentleman has thought of.
No,
And
they
he's
know. We've spoken about it.
Oh,
The
we
set-
have.
The set is there. It's
The set
waiting.
is there, it's waiting.
I built it. He's just.
Some lazy ass fucking.
He's not being lazy.
Yes, he is.
Who's being
And
lazy?
I'm saying I'm not even ashamed of it. I'll say I'm not afraid.
I would be ashamed
Fuck.
if I were you, George.
Who's being lazy?
We're not gonna say his name. Nobody cares,
No,
but
no
we all
one-
know who
no
we're
one
talking
knows
about.
him.
Get off your fucking lazy ass and come to the studio, man.
Oh, Pantelis.
What? No. He's making. Never mind, guys. This
We're
is
talking about his podcast that he's
My-
gonna start.
Oh.
the J in B and J. That's what he's complaining about. The J from BJ.
Oh.
Albano
I don't think he gets it.
James.
Ah,
Yeah. His name isn't James, but
His name
Well,
isn't
Peter James.
Peter James. Yeah, but it's not a lazy thing. It's just a fucking scheduling
think he
thing.
is. No, I
also,
think
he
he's-
went and he moved to the middle of fucking nowhere, so it takes forever to get into the
Where'd he
city.
move?
What is it called out there?
Is he further than I am to the studio?
Ooh.
I doubt it.
Let's do it right
He's
now.
in Laval,
How many
no?
kilometers to your
Rosalie
house?
says you look handsome today.
Well, he's
I
in.
look handsome every day. But thank you. Thank you for saying
He's
so.
in Laval, correct?
Spit on me. Two. He is in the Lavals, yeah. But like at the end of Laval.
Mr.
Like
Matias.
St. Rose. Like St. Rose.
I have my Chandra. Niktas metrao. Come on, George. Chandra. No?
Jesus.
A little, guys, it's a weird morning. I took too many allergy pills this morning, so I'm too perky. Fucking pepped out of my mind. George,
I am.
how many kilometers are you from the studio?
Molly Percocets.
16 kilometers away.
Okay, no,
Molly
I don't know. Put
Percocets.
Fabreville. Can't be more than 16 kilometers.
Fabreville is like about
Must be 12.
it's about about
13.
that. 12, 13.
18.
11.
Yeah, we were close.
And George still shows up once, sometimes a week.
Every week. What are you talking about? I'm here every Wednesday. Fridays is.
This guy you built a set
Friday is
for
my
him.
day to hang out, bro. I masturbate, I
sometimes.
meditate, I mediocre.
You built a set for him and he still doesn't show up.
I built him a nice
bastard.
Like,
set,
everything is
It's
ready.
a
I
nice
don't
set.
understand
You gotta
it.
admit, though, it's a nice fucking set.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just show up. Fuck.
What a piece of garbage, bro. I hope he's listening to this.
I hope so too, man.
He's not.
Piece of garbage.
Probably working. Poseidon, I have a question.
Yes.
My camera framing, why does it
Because-
make me look like a little person?
You like to sit like a little person.
Oh, I can bring up my chair, actually. No, I can't. It's at the maximum.
I will explain to you what you do before the show.
I'd love to hear this,
Boom.
Poseidon is going to give me audio visual. Go for it. I'm listening. What should I do before the show?
So then,
Poseidon.
That
can you
almost
speak
broke
one
something.
fist away
No.
from your mic? Yeah?
what?
Can you speak one fist away from your mic, please? Thank you.
No. I'm gonna stick like this the whole time.
Tell us.
Okay, first of all, you show up last minute to sit down.
I have
so
a job.
I can't frame you.
Dude,
Okay.
you
I understand.
show up last minute to fucking set everything
What
up.
are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
I mean, he was here early-ish today.
The studio was closed. I came in. I thought nobody was here because your door was closed.
I showed up at 9:38.
Your
What are
door.
you talking about? My door's been open since I've been here.
No, I walked in. Your door was closed, so I'm like, okay, nobody's here. I put the coffee. I sat in the lobby.
Wait, you had been there for like 30 minutes?
No, I came here like around 9:40ish.
When you walked in, he was
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I showed up.
Okay, guys,
He
just
showed up
hold
at
on, because this is why
9:35
I'm
because
so shocked. I was on a call with a client, right? The client calls me, goes, I need a video. I'm like, cool, let's do it. So I'm walking here to go to the restroom before we start the show. And I look in at Poseidon and I go, is fucking George coming in? And from behind me, I hear, like, George has just been here the whole time. So you had been here for like 20 minutes?
actually he's been here since last night.
Yeah, I slept
Fuck.
here. I slept here. No, I came
no.
in.
So he
your
pulled
door-
up. He probably pulled up at 9:35. I showed up at 9:38.
No. It was around 9:40. I walked in. Your door
I know
was
I showed
closed.
up at 9:38 because I was smoking a cigarette downstairs and I paid for parking. And I was looking at the time.
Okay, so I came after because you were in his office when I walked in. The door was closed. I thought nobody was here. I came in. I
The
opened
door
the
was
studio.
closed. I've been here since like
Yeah,
8:20.
your door was closed.
I was editing.
So we
Anyway,
we
so
tinkered with
you
the light.
walk in here.
Yeah, we tinkered with the light
And you
after.
did nothing, zero setup. You're just sitting there. So when I walked in to
Yeah.
sit here, you're watching your phone.
Yeah, because I tinkered with because I was already set up. It took me 30 seconds. I'm
Yeah,
that
you
quick.
were set up. What about the rest?
Can I just say something?
Yeah, but how
May I?
do you want me to set up a frame without a person in it?
I don't know.
I mean, I do it all the time,
Play a
but
little bit. Go sit.
Yeah, you
check
do it all the
yourself
time,
out.
and it's always crooked.
no, I mean, I do it for people all the time. Literally all the time.
Yeah, but you
I
have large frames to work with. You have large, wide shots, bro.
What are you talking? The shit he says. Oh, man.
Yeah, Olga, he started smoking again. God
Look, mind
damn
your own
it.
business. Okay, first thing.
That's
So
why
then-
he's all discombobulated. I didn't let him smoke out the window.
All right, get to the news.
Here's some news. George has now officially joined the cult of realizing that Poseidon is irresponsible.
No, I knew that.
But you've never outed him like that, like you just did. You've never come at him. It's always me or Pantelis, and everyone's like, you guys are hard on him. But George, who's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, except to visible minorities, he came at you. If
didn't
George
come
is
at me.
coming at you, like he didn't come at you, but if George is pointing that out and saying you weren't doing shit, it's probably the truth. You should reevaluate your
I
life.
had to look.
Reevaluate your life choices and let's do the news.
I like to think that I'm fair. So when you told
I like
him,
to also think that you're fair.
When you just jumped out and said, but you're never in studio. Well, fuck, you were and you did nothing. So I mean,
What are you
let's just-
talking about? How do you think the lights turned on? They turned on by themselves.
Yeah, but the cameras and all
How do you
that.
think?
The cameras. How do you want me to frame somebody
First of
without
all-
them
first of
being
all-
there?
first of all, I turned on the lights when I came. Just I open the studio and turn on the
No,
lights.
that's light switch, my friend. I'm talking about the studio lights.
He means the switch that's literally right there.
No, yeah, exactly.
I love that. That's his doing the bare minimum is his idea of how dare you accuse me of being lazy. I turned the lights on,
Dude,
bro.
I came
No,
in, I
I
turned on the
said-
lights, and I sat on
Bro,
my
this
chair. What else
setup,
do you
I have
want?
this setup
It's
down
honestly
packed.
one of the most.
I have this
turnkey-
setup down packed.
This room is one of the most turnkey situations I've ever
Seriously, yeah,
seen.
you walk in,
but
it's two
Delia and I
switches.
went out of our way to make, and even the lighting like this. Normally, you don't find it turnkey. It always needs to be adjusted. This thing is just like, pap.
Yeah. But we have turned this studio into like a 2-minute turns on setup.
Dummy-proof
Turns
operation.
on. Turns on.
Yeah, that like fucking instant. 2
Don't
minutes.
you wish you had that at
So
home?
when you
your girlfriend?
when you walked in here and you saw me on my phone, it's because everything was done already. So suck a dick.
Okay.
So everything was done, George. Stop being an asshole. Everything besides framing me properly was done. Stop.
Okay, that's it.
What's our first story? I heard a dog
Thank
killed
you,
a man with a
Rosalia.
rifle.
Poseidon is breathing. What are you guys expecting?
Oh, a dog killed a man with a rifle?
I don't think you should be thanking her for that, but I do.
Well, no,
I thank her.
because I get blamed for everything. Everyone comes at me. I'm breathing.
Let's see.
No, I don't think that's what she meant.
Oh, that's not what you meant.
think she came at you
You know what?
dirty.
I'm putting on the gulag.
No.
Okay, guys, there's a bunch of dumb news, this
When
week.
did we become old Twitter? People speak the truth and they get gulagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
A bunch of dumb news.
Fuck it, show's over.
No, this is worth mentioning. Okay, let's start. City of Montreal, because that's where all the dumb stuff happens most of the time.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see the Uzi and the cop? A cop got shot at with an Uzi.
We'll get to it. Find a story that actually
Those are the
is more
two cops that
detailed
were
than
shot
Uzi.
at like the other day
Yeah.
with the security footage from across
Yeah,
the street.
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, the guy had an Uzi, bro.
it was an Uzi?
Yeah, apparently it was
They
an
still
Uzi.
make Uzis.
You can find whatever you want, man.
Uzis are one of the most trafficked weapons.
Why?
Very easy
They
to
don't seem
conceal.
very.
Very easy to conceal like a pistol,
precise.
and it does but that's you don't have to be precise with those. These
get a
are
good
close
spread.
quarters. Yeah,
Yeah.
good
But
spread.
don't they modify even handguns?
What?
I've seen
Hold
something.
on,
I've heard
sorry,
something that they
sorry,
even
sorry.
modify handguns to make them kind of automatic.
Yeah, well, you can put the semi-automatic.
Like it's
the
just a
pistols,
handgun,
yeah.
and you just put a big
Uzi and Mac
magazine.
10.
Did you notice that you gulagged her and she came in with a different account? That's amazing. He got oosted. Oh, I got her again. Watch her come in with another one. It's amazing.
She's playing the game.
That's really.
She got you, bro. You got ruined. So yeah, George, what was the story?
Yeah. So let's get back to the news here.
Fucking
Okay, so there's a proposition. Well, it's not a proposition because they're actually doing it in Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Merci Hochelaga Maisonneuve.
Homa.
Yeah, it's in the east end of Montreal. It's a borough over there, and the borough mayor, forget his name, decided that garbage pickup is going to happen every 2 weeks.
Wait, what? Hold on. Who said this?
This is
But this exists in some other boroughs already.
outside of Montreal. It exists. On the island of Montreal.
Saint
does-
Laurent. It's once every like 9 or something days, 10 days.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Because the article says that they're the first ones to do this. Anyways,
Oh, really?
like where I am, they pass every second week. But
Why is that? Because you have such large driveways that you can store all of your
No,
trash.
I mean, no.
playing
It's like
romantic music.
is it an environment thing? I don't know. Maybe it makes sense outside or even on the island of Montreal where you have like bungalows where you can actually store your own garbage somewhere in the back of the house or whatever. It may make
bungalows
sense.
are you looking at?
Well, like a Hansik, Saint Laurent, Pierrefonds.
You can't store garbage for more than a couple of days in the city. The
If
fucking
you-
raccoons come.
Well, yeah, well, look, I'm just saying if you have the type of property that allows you to have like a bigger bin and you can just dump your garbage there and whatever, it might stink.
Alright,
Or,
I mean, sure.
but Hochelaga Maisonneuve, where you have apartment buildings stacked next to one another,
Not a good place
triplexes,
to do it.
fourplexes, how are you going to do this every 2 weeks? It's going to stink like shit.
And they just got it to stop stinking like shit.
Did
Recently,
they?
yeah.
Did they?
That whole part of the island to me is fucking. Ugh. It's way too far east.
I mean,
like,
look,
it's kinda gross.
look, we're falling into this.
You know what it is? It's because look, when I left the condo and I moved into Codeneige, they're like, we compost here. Are you doing sound effects?
No.
In Codeneige, you mean?
Don't have me so. He's doing snoring effects. When I moved out of the condo, we had a garbage chute, obviously.
So you don't care.
We had one for recycling, one for garbage. I realized about a year into living there that they both went to the same thing, but that's a different story. That's another. We're not talking about that. What was weird was, so we had a lot of garbage in the condo.
Obviously.
We made a lot of. Can you fucking stop?
Stop, dude.
Okay.
You can hear it. Yeah. It's not funny, bro. Come on, we're trying to say yeah. Go ahead. So you realized?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Codeneige de compost.
Yeah.
Once I started in the winter, I don't do it as much because it's kind of gross to have the compost in the house. Like it adds up fast. In the summer, though, we have a lot less garbage. Like a lot of our garbage is compostable.
Yeah.
Recycling, fine. We recycle.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, get this off the fucking head, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I don't know.
Ella, man, bro, stop fucking around.
But I didn't do any
Okay,
sound
okay.
effects. It's in his head,
okay,
bro.
okay.
He's going crazy.
Anyways, so yeah, because they're heading down this path where
My point was there's less garbage if you compost. Maybe that's why they're doing it. Because are they picking up compost? I don't
mean,
see
they
how you would.
should.
I don't know how you would compost in a
'Cause
fucking
recycling-
apartment block in Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Ugh.
everyone has their little pot there, their little bin.
Blah.
I never did it because people told me that it stinks and it's disgusting, so I never even bothered. I have
It's
a compost
really not so
bin.
bad.
It's outside. I have the big one there.
Yeah.
And I just put my grass. Every time I cut it, I just dump the grass in there. That's all I use it for.
It's not that gross, like really. After there's like a few days where it smells when it sits, and then it turns. You know the smell of wet earth? Mm-hmm. It smells like that after a
Yeah.
while because it actually becomes compost, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. 2 weeks in that area, this seems kind of
I mean,
like that's where the next pandemic starts. Hochelaga Maisonneuve.
like imagine like times where it's Christmas or summer time or moving day. Bro, you can't avoid picking up garbage.
The city's stupid. The city is stupid. At least if they were to say, okay, we're doing this, but there's also this place you can go. In each neighborhood or each borough has one like dedicated. You know how we have the eco centre? Mm-hmm. Like a place for
Oh, I've
garbage.
dumped a lot of shit
A place
there,
where you
yeah,
can
yeah.
go for garbage. Say like, okay, I can't make it to
They
the
don't
2
have
weeks.
that in Montreal.
They must,
have.
but like if they're gonna do this, they just say, okay, for this neighborhood, it's here. You can go and you can throw your trash.
But even that's annoying.
There's
man.
a country, I think.
dumping
Still,
your
at least-
garbage in
at
your
least.
car and then driving.
That is
It's
gross,
fucking-
yeah.
it's
There's a
disgusting.
country, I think it's called Indonesia. I think they turn their garbage into fuel and it's clean energy.
I think they turn our garbage into fuel in Indonesia.
Their garbage as well. Well,
Yeah.
everyone's garbage.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
I don't know how they do it though. Like I'm not sure how are they burning it because that doesn't seem like a good solution.
I don't know.
You remember when they used to just burn trash?
Yeah.
That's crazy that we used to do that. I don't care who you are or what year it is. You're like putting dark black toxic smoke into the sky. You don't think maybe this is a
Sweden.
bad idea? Sweden.
Only 1% of Sweden's trash is sent into landfills. By burning trash, another 52 is converted into energy, and the remaining 47 gets recycled. The amount of energy generated from waste alone provides heating to 1 million homes and electricity to
Interesting. That's
pretty
250,000.
interesting.
There must be a part of Sweden wherever that
So
refinery
they create
is that
energy by what?
stinks.
By burning it, like by.
But what
Yeah.
about the toxic fumes and
Yeah.
stuff?
They have a way of
Capturing it?
yeah.
Interesting. I mean, if that's possible, that seems
And yeah,
an
and-
endless fucking
yeah.
supply of energy.
But it is. But we have ways. It's just our government doesn't give a
expensive.
fuck, bro. They're
It's
corrupt.
also expensive.
It's expensive, but you know what? It's expensive in the beginning, but then it starts making money.
The difference between our governments or any government really and Sweden is that Sweden's government has full transparency and accountability. So whatever they do, they're actually doing for a good purpose, or they're at least trying to. I mean, that's the impression I get from from the interviews with Swedes that I've ever seen talking about their government. There's a level of trust between the Swedes and their government which doesn't exist in the rest of the Western world.
Let's stay in Montreal because another.
Yo,
What happened now?
Jorge, front page was about sleazy landlords getting sexual services to help pay the crazy rents.
I've seen those videos.
Journal de Montréal.
If you had an apartment building, Poseidon,
Oh no,
I shouldn't go down
do
this
it.
path.
Go,
But you have 5 apartments, you know.
yeah.
Avanti, go.
You bring your tenants, and they tell you, "Listen, I don't have rent this month,
Yeah.
but I'll give it to you, and
No.
we're square."
No, bro.
What if they're top munas, bro, as you would
No.
call them?
No.
Bro, the bank is still going to come collect the building, bro, if I don't pay
Yeah, but you're
the
just
mortgage.
saving all that money on blowjobs you'd have to pay for.
I don't have to pay
Put
for
that money
blowjobs.
into the rent.
No, I don't have to pay for blowjobs.
No, in this situation, you wouldn't have.
No, but I wouldn't have a budget for blowjobs and stuff like that.
I mean, that's true. He never did have a budget for it. He just spent the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be no. Okay, that's
You're pretty bad with money, eh?
I'm terrible with money.
That's not a surprise at all.
I'm very good and also very bad at the same time, which it cancels out.
It's pretty.
So you're zero with money?
You're
Yes.
pretty average. A lot of people aren't good with money.
No.
I'm not good with money sometimes either.
I'm not great with money though. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I mean,
You know who's
pretty
good
bad
with
with
money? The Rothschilds. Bankers are good with money.
with our money.
With our money,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's stick to Montreal because another ridiculous thing that came up in the news. So
Mm-hmm.
you have all these houses, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. At some point, you know that there's like a garage entry, like an entrance.
what entry?
A garage,
Oh,
like
garage.
a driveway, whatever, a driveway that at some point led to the actual garage, but they've converted the garage into like a room or whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you've seen a house like that.
I've gone to visit houses where I was like, why is this garage a house?
Yeah, exactly. There's a door. They made an
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
room, and good for them. They needed it.
Multi-generational.
Or maybe not multi-generational. It's just they needed an extra room, and they converted the garage into a room. So the city of Montreal and all these people now, because the driveway was there, they would park their car. But the city of Montreal now is cracking down on these people because you no longer have a garage. Therefore, the driveway
There's no longer a driveway.
is no longer like you can't keep your car there.
But what if you have a driveway and no garage, period? Like you never had one, but you have a driveway, like most of the semi-detached.
Like on the side of the house.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think.
How is this any different?
Because there's a rule. There's a
Some
regulation.
bullshit.
It was passed in like 1974
Before we even had fucking books, okay?
that you can't park your car in front of your house, meaning your door. Maybe there's security. I don't know, for security purposes, for whatever reason. I don't know.
think the city needs to fucking
Something
shut the
happens,
fuck
you open
up.
your door and there's a car in the way. I don't know. So if it's in front of a garage, like in a driveway, or if you don't have a garage and it's just a driveway, then there's no house in front, right? You're not parking literally
You're on the side.
in front of your house. You're on the side.
What about those damn houses that have, the 1% houses that have the semicircle in front? I bet you have one of those.
No, I don't have a semicircle.
You know
no.
where you can just
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
up?
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
You're still, yeah. You're not really in front of your house.
You're
though.
100% in front of your house. You know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All those houses in Brossard have them.
No. Broussard
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have
the new
that.
ones.
Yeah, in that section.
Yeah, in that section, they're all like that.
Yeah. Well, they have huge driveways though on the side.
They
that
fit like
go kind of
14 cars.
around the house.
Yeah, like,
it's
fuck me.
Yeah, no. It's like, how many cars do you have?
I don't know. Like you're having a party every day.
Yeah, exactly.
There's street parking. I know there's no sidewalks, but still.
So there's a bunch of people now that are contesting this, and they're trying to prove to the city that
They're stupid.
Well, first of all,
What are they contesting?
Oh Jesus
No,
Christ!
just
Seriously,
keep
you haven't heard
talking, just keep
anything of
talking.
what I've been saying.
Just
No,
keep
just
talking.
make it quick.
No.
Make it bullet points.
Just keep going.
It's driveways, bro. People have blocked their garage.
Why?
They've converted
Why?
the garage into like
Why are
a
you doing
room,
this?
and the driveway doesn't lead to the garage. So the driveway ends in front of the house.
No, anyone watching, by the way, the stream didn't just lag and go backwards.
Yeah, we're just
Poseidon
repeating.
did.
Well, hold on. What's wrong with that?
Oh my god.
Apparently, there's
No,
a
no.
there's
Just
a
keep
regulation. There's a rule. There's a municipal rule that forbids you to park your car in front of your house that way. So they're cracking. Yeah. So they're cracking.
Can I
down
just
on-
ask, what were you doing that you didn't hear a whole 10-minute conversation?
I was searching up the Journal de Montréal thing, the sexual favors for rent.
That makes sense.
Go
Makes sense. So yeah, so they're cracking down on all these houses now. They sent them warning letters that eventually they're going to get fined, and now all these residents are trying to find loopholes to see, was my house built before?
Has the city given any reason as to why they're cracking down on this right now? Have they explained like why all of a sudden?
it has the règlement, whatever.
So you can have a driveway.
If you had a driveway, if you had a garage
since
door,
October 31st, 74, it's forbidden to park your car in front of your house.
which means that if you had a front-facing garage, not a side garage, because like I have a side garage at home.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had a front-facing garage, which you converted into a unit for living,
You can
no
pull up your
longer
car.
pull into your driveway.
You can pull up in your car. They've
Hold on.
they
You
never
can't-
really bothered with it
You
because
can never-
obviously it's ridiculous. But now some bright person in the city of Montreal is like, maybe we can make some cash out of this.
They're making money. That's what
Yeah,
they're doing.
let's go around to see who's done this, and we'll send them a couple warnings, and then we're gonna crack down.
So
on it.
let's say you have like those arches.
Yeah, that's what he said, like a little U.
Yeah, like the
But
it's an
that's-
N technically.
But though, any house that has those most likely has. Did you say an N?
Yeah, because when you look at it,
Or,
from the
or a
street
U,
perspective.
bro. You use a.
It's more of a semicircle, but sure.
semicircle. Yeah.
An N. Like he broke
okay,
my
keep
mind.
going, keep going.
I couldn't even understand. I'm like, how would he think Anyways,
Like a lowercase
those
n.
ones, they all have garages. Those houses,
Yes, but
they tend to be on the side. If you have a semicircle, you have a garage, a 2-car garage.
No,
at
I
least.
have a
least.
cousin that has that and doesn't have a garage.
Ah.
So, yeah, it's just his driveway.
How interesting.
oh, snitching on the podcast. Okay.
Yeah, you fucking narc.
What? Yeah, snitch.
But hold on. Let's say you have a garage and you have the half circle, right? And it leads. There's more pavement that leads to the garage, right? If you park in front of the house in the half circle, let's say you want to leave it there for the night. It's summertime, whatever. I got a nice car, whatever. Can you not leave it there?
From
guess-
it
I don't know,
appears
we
that
don't
you
know.
can't.
That's
From-
absolutely, completely
Yeah.
insane.
So they're cracking down. So now the other problem is this. So there's more and more people now buying electric vehicles, and they drive them up, in the driveway, even though there's no garage. They put them there and they plug their cars.
Look at their cars.
The problem now is that if the city tells them you can't put your car there.
Why?
The because you're not allowed according to
Why?
this.
Why aren't you allowed?
What are you
Because there's a
talking about?
fucking rule, dude.
What do you mean? You're not
Don't
allowed-
ask me why. There's
Oh
a
my God.
fucking
Because you can't park in a garage. Oh, you can't park
We're not
in a
gonna try to
driveway that
explain
no
it
longer
here.
has a garage. That's the regulation.
Look, we're not here to explain it. That's the regulation. It doesn't make sense, and that's the whole
why
purpose.
are you shocked? You just spoke about it. You even
This is why I bring it up because it makes no sense. To me, it's newsworthy. Okay, whatever.
What a
so now the
garbage
people
city.
now are complaining because they're like, okay, well, I have an electric vehicle. If you don't let me park it in my driveway in order to plug it and charge it, I'm gonna have to park it on the street. I can't park it on the street because number one, my cable doesn't reach there. But even if I were to use the extension cord, I can't have an extension cord crossing the sidewalk.
No, you throw it up in a tree.
Yeah.
You just fucking string it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense, really.
This is like complete nonsense. I still cannot believe that there are civil servants working at the city of Montreal that are wasting their time with this.
They're not wasting their time. They're making money for the
Fucking
city. Their
shit.
boss's boss said we need more cash because we're not good at spending it. Well, we're good at spending it. We're not good at spending it efficiently. So go find some money. That's all it is.
Speaking of money, and I haven't prepared this, I just saw that passing on the news yesterday. You can check it out, Poseidon, how much money the city made from the radars.
asking
It's
him
the
to look
city.
for
It's where is it? Quebec, because it's
SPVM.
on the highways.
The SPVM has radars too, no?
On
Oh, you mean
highways.
the permanent radars?
Yeah, the highway radar.
Oh.
I think it's Quebec. I think they may have made over $60 million. They were showing it yesterday on the map.
Wait, what?
On the news. They were,
What? 60? No,
That's
That's what-
60,000.
No, what?
600,000?
No, no.
$60 million.
$56.8 million.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Where does that money go?
So they were showing because I had it on mute. I can't remember why I had the TV on mute, but I was looking. They had the map of the biggest radars. There's one in Quebec City. I think that was like $18 million, and then the one in there's one downtown. I'm guessing it's the one on Atwater when you come out at.
It's
or
the one, it's either the one on
Atwater.
Côte-des-Neiges when you come down, when you enter downtown, you know that narrow? You know when you go to the tip of the mountain and you start coming down
Oh
Côte-des-Neiges?
yeah.
There's one
no,
in
I
there
think they
which...
took that out. They
No,
removed
it's
that one.
still fucking there.
Oh, it
I
is?
do it all the
Okay.
time.
Because on the map, it had one downtown. So to me, it's either when you cross Mercier from the South Shore and you come into Montreal, there's one
I've
right
never
there.
gone that way, ever.
There's one on there was one on DeCarry, right close to the Atwater exit, but I think they removed that one. And then there's the one that you're talking about.
There's a bunch of them in the city. There's more than that. There's
Côte-des-Neiges
also
or
one
whatever it is.
near Viger when you get in, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't remember. I'm not sure.
In any case, whatever.
The only one I know for certain on the island is the one at the tip of Côte-des-Neiges because that was my favorite place to speed because it feels like you're in a racetrack.
Right down,
You're in the Autobahn.
It goes next to, it's a school there, no? That you go next to or something? What is it? I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right before Sacred Heart.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Poseidon's picked a fight in the chat, I see.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. So in any case, so there's like
Don't fuck
4 or
with me.
5 of them
What?
that are
Don't fuck with me.
there's like 4 or 5 that are like the highest paying ones. And I was looking at the numbers, I'm like, this makes no sense. Fucking $60 million on tickets. Like these things must be going off all the time. Oh, and another busy one,
I'm
because I
just
pass
trying
from
to
there all the time.
process where the money went.
That's
Ministère de
obvious,
Ju-
bro.
no,
Politicians'
Justice.
pockets.
The Ministère de Justice. Like when you get a ticket
No,
by
but like-
mail, it's
We're making an extra $60 million. You think they could redistribute that somewhere useful?
no.
It's crazy.
They could maybe reinvest it in fixing the roads. Maybe you would think. But yeah,
Just off of tickets,
the speeding thing
is
60 million.
oh no, why is it giving me Montreal Canadiens?
Okay,
Montreal
let-
Canadiens.
let-
Montreal
let's-
Canadiens tickets.
okay, let's.
City of
What a
Montreal.
doofus.
Okay, I'm staying in Montreal. This is actually good news. Surprise. Yeah, go ahead.
Just
finish.
tickets in total, not just radar. They collect approximately $177.8 million a
Depends.
year.
What? Because the tickets are they work for the
Parking tickets, fines, and
That's
bylaw
municipal
violations.
though. You're talking about all of Quebec?
I'm
or
talking
just
about
Montreal?
just Montreal, city of
100
Montreal.
million.
177.8 million, my friend. That's
177 million
yeah,
dollars
that's
on
almost
tickets.
200 million, my boy.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I think
money.
I'm gonna start working for the city of Montreal, bro. I'm
on
gonna
the city
try
of
and sneak
Montreal,
in
man. It's
there.
There's a test you have to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Fuck.
green onion. Why did we call them green onions?
They make you cry.
really like a green onion?
Yeah,
green
they
onions
make you
don't
cry.
make you
No,
cry.
they don't, but you could just call them onions.
Did they have green cars? I'm trying to remember.
No, I don't think. They had the red
They always
cars. I
had
remember
red,
the red
yeah.
cars, and then they had the little Communato white ones
The
that
white
they were
ones.
using. Which
That's what they have
didn't
now.
make
No.
sense. I think they're white now. They used to be red when I was. Like,
have you seen the little
2000s.
one? It looks like a little.
That one, honestly,
Carts.
one day if he gives me a ticket, I'm just gonna kick the whole car over. This is part of that car off to the curb.
I've told you the story when.
Wait, no, let's talk about the fire.
What fire?
Did you look up the fire?
No.
Or did the news not get
Off
to
the
Brossard?
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Did
was.
we find out what that was?
It was a factory that makes nylon gloves.
Medsup.
I don't know what it is.
That's what's there. Medsup, because I drive by there. My in-laws live near there.
Yeah, it's
they
right
make medical supplies, masks, gloves.
Yeah. It's right behind the gas station.
No, it's before the gas station.
Whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
close to the gas station.
So like that
Because
fucking
I thought it was a
fire-
gas station. I'm like, oh fuck, it's over.
Like my aunt lives on Henry
But that was a
Bourassa
big
in
fire.
Ville Saint Laurent, and she was sending me pictures of the smoke, and that's far. And then my sister, who lives like near the 40, like not that far. This is 13 North, right? Like near Laval. She lives like I don't know, half a kilometer from the 40 in terms of north south, and she could see it from her front yard. And she goes, "It smells burnt here." In the hood, all I could smell was skunks and Mongolian barbecue.
Nothing-
but like I didn't
nothing
see
out
any
of the
smoke.
ordinary.
Nothing out of the. It was a
Nothing out of
regular
the
day. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
Poseidon, why are you fighting with strangers?
Huh? Because it's very entertaining to me.
I'm not even following the chat.
Just fucking pick the fight with someone.
Yeah, anything else on the fire?
What?
Anything else on the fire?
No, I wanted to know if you knew
It's,
more about it. It was just like a really like it's rare that
That's
we have
what I
a,
found out,
a
that it was
3-alarm
a-
fire.
it was
No,
massive.
we had a few years back on Park Avenue. One of those old buildings there was obviously an insurance scam. And these are all. Whenever this happens in Montreal, I go someone's
You're talking
gonna.
about on Milton, the
Yeah,
abandoned building?
yeah. There you go. Yeah,
That one was probably an insurance scam.
No,
Yeah.
it was because it was a bunch of homeless people that used to go in there and sleep and stuff like that. And I think they created.
They're
Yeah,
solving two problems:
well,
keeping them warm
They're not really solving anything.
and insurance.
You mean getting rid of them and insurance?
didn't
that,
say
lot,
that.
that lot is still empty, I think. Eh?
I'm not sure.
I think that lot is still empty.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's a dirty part of town, though, eh? That corner, Park Avenue in Milton.
You're so racist. What do
not
you have
really.
against Asian people?
What Asian?
First, it's the N people. Now
Had
it's the
nothing to
A
do- I say
people.
It's a dirty part of town. It's just
We
nasty.
both know why you're saying it. It's not okay, George.
No, because it's dirty. There's garbage and there's a bunch
I
of
don't
shit
find
everywhere.
it's dirty at all.
I think so.
I used to hang out right there a lot. I used to
Really?
go to the BattleNet Cafe and play. What was it called?
There was a
What's it called?
Cafe Depot. Now it's called something else.
Yeah,
but there's
that was a
that
Starbucks
cafe-
at one point. No, it was a Second Cup at one point.
I remember
That's the one
being-
that got firebombed,
Do you know?
right?
I don't know, but I remember it being a Cafe Depot back in
Do you
the
know
day.
why it feels dirty to you? I will explain it to
Oh,
you. Because you're from Brossard.
I'm not from Brossard.
Well, whatever. Now you're from
He's from
Brossard.
Park X, bro.
I'm from fucking deep in the hood.
Well, now you live in Brossard. You're from Brossard, so you're
only
used to
the
the
last 8
calmness.
years.
You're used to the calmness of Brossard now. Okay.
I'm still not used to the calm. Yeah.
Why? Why not?
I don't know,
Really?
man. I think I like the chaos. I like the noise.
Then you'd like that part of the city.
I miss living downtown.
Because that part of the city is hectic because they got that grocery store right there. They
I'm
got
not
the
saying no.
hotel.
I mean, look,
like Tispana's unit all the time around that area.
I used to go. Obviously, I used to drive there all the time. I used to work at the Holiday Inn on Sherbrooke, so I was there
Did
all
you?
the time. Yeah,
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
the
restaurant
one with the,
downstairs.
Aces, what was it called? Ace Deli,
Ace
yeah.
Deli. Fun times at Ace Deli. So I would pass by, and then after university with the 80, it's just whatever. We're not gonna get into it.
Fucking 1% George over here. Go on.
Anyways, back to Montreal. Positive news this time. They voted unanimously to give a property tax break to all lower income homeowners. I mean, we've spoken about it a couple weeks ago, where there was going to be a tax hike in property taxes in Montreal. So they passed a motion unanimously to give a tax break to all families that are considered low-income families, which is cool. So they're not
I
paying.
didn't get anything.
Yeah, I don't know what the bracket is. I don't know what the criteria is.
Honestly, I'm not poor enough to be considered poor to get help. That's where we're at now. Everybody, it's not just me. Like
Yeah.
literally everybody. No matter what you make I don't know $100,000 a year. You go buy fucking 2 dozen eggs, you're broke for the month.
I'm just trying to see if there's any details. It doesn't have any information. But the idea is for these families not to pay any income tax, any property taxes until they sell the house. So when they sell the house, the city will come in and take from whatever.
That's fucking. The city has
Isn't that
become
crazy?
the mob.
Yeah, but that's the other thing.
We'll take care of you. Just liquidate your property for a price that we're
Whenever
okay
you
with.
sell,
We're just gonna come
we're gonna take
piece
our
of the
cut.
pie, yeah?
That's gonna be interesting, though. Are they
Do
gonna?
you think we'll ever get out of this, George?
Are they
Like
gonna
the system
add
of
interest?
fucking-
No, it's only going to unless
But think
people
about it. No,
start
hold
getting
on a
up.
second. This passes now. Let's say your parents have my parents have a duplex. Okay,
Mine
let's
too,
say
okay.
they wouldn't pay property taxes because they would qualify. Let's say,
Because they're living off their retirements.
yeah.
they're
Let's say,
retired, yeah.
let's say. So I don't know. They're my father's close to 80 now. Like, so let's give him another 15 years. Okay, until either they die or they sell or whatever, they move into a home or whatever. You know.
Or they pass it on to you.
Well, if
There's
they
an
pass it, you
inheritance
pay.
tax, that's different.
Automatically, you're gonna pay. Yeah, because
Okay.
To me, that is the
transfer.
fucking craziest
horrible.
tax that we
It's
have.
horrible.
Like your family has a paid off property and someone passes, and then you have to pay the government to basically get what's already yours.
I'll tell you what you're gonna do, or what your dad should do, or your mom.
Oh, you do have a solution?
There's a solution.
Because I've been looking for a
Yeah.
solution.
So
The old timers are still
and
going
my,
strong.
and my friend Chris told me that because his father, he's for years, he's like, fuck taxes. You know, he's like, how do we
Fucking
save money?
Gerassimo.
Yeah, man. So he has an interest, and I never thought about it that way, but I'll tell you what he's gonna do.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm gonna need to solve this problem.
So
soon.
this, for example, now, like in 10, 15
I'm not even
years,
joking. It's,
I know, I know.
it's a real
15
problem.
So in 10, 15 years, the way I understood it, if my parents sell, the city's going to come in and collect the taxes that have been owed to the city, which, okay, fine. They were
So
were
hold up.
paying. But are they going to charge interest like for 15 years for
Oh, no
non-payment?
fucking way. So hold on. They'll charge property taxes for 15 years?
Well, the property taxes exist. It's just that you're not paying it
like
because
back
there's
taxes.
there's a tax break because you're low income.
It's not really a tax break, it's a tax pause.
Yeah.
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 So wait,
But
the
then-
next owner.
No, not the next owner. So let's say you have a house now.
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
you're my father, let's say.
Can I put it in words he'll understand? You no pay tax 5 years. You sell house,
I
we
understood.
take 5 years tax.
Yeah, because when you're going to sell your property, you're obviously going to make money.
I understood, bro.
But there's a difference that the city's
But
going to come and collect.
my question was, does that apply for if they sell it to just you? Like,
As soon as there's a
as there's a
transaction,
sale,
as
yeah.
long as you
No
have money
way.
in your pocket and you can afford, we'll come and take it. Basically, the city is postponing your payment of property
yes,
taxes
but my
until
question,
you have
I don't
money.
think you understand my question. So let's say
I don't understand.
let's say I'm a random person, right? And you put up your building up for sale, your duplex or triplex, whatever the fuck, and I come and buy it. Those 15 years of property tax that haven't been paid, I have to pay them.
No.
Okay, that was my question. Okay,
When you, the random
I sell
person-
my house $5 million,
To me.
you buy it, okay?
Yeah.
Or you come in and you buy it. You have the
Yeah.
$5 million, you paid, it's your house.
now George has $5 million.
I'm not gonna make $5 million. I'm gonna make $5 million minus whatever I owe
On
the
the
city.
city, I'm gonna take that back tax.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they don't actually give tax breaks. Okay, I got it.
It's
it.
pretty straightforward.
It's a
I
tax
mean,
break.
I missed
You're-
the.
you're-
Yeah, I missed
it's
the.
a-
It's not really a real
That's kind
tax
of
break.
fucked up.
So here's
You
here's
know what I
happens,
think
yeah.
is fucked up about this? The fact that you can own property in Montreal in 2023.
and not pay taxes.
No,
Oh.
and you're still fucking low income. So low, like everything has changed so fast that you had a property and now keeping it's not worth it. You got to get rid of it.
Well, that's why it makes sense because that scenario doesn't happen if you're 30, 40, or 50 years old.
No,
It's if you're the old timers that bought really cheap at that time
and now the
compared to
taxes
today.
have gone up,
Yeah, and then
and they just can't afford it anymore. Yeah.
Exactly.
It happens a lot.
Which is
that.
why it's only available. Well, they use the example of Saskatoon where it happens for people over 65. I wonder if it's going to be the same in Montreal.
There's a great point. Amelie says the property he is a random person. It's just fucking. There's a feud happening. The property tax will be higher in 5 years too. But are you paying the new rate
That's the thing. I don't know. Yeah,
or the cumulative?
unless
rate?
there's a formula that they will apply. I don't know.
Maybe to retroactively, because if it goes down, it's in your favor. But they'll never.
It'll
give you
never
anything.
go down. Are you kidding me, man? It's been going up for years. I got my
Tax rate,
evaluation.
yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
it has
God.
gone. It could go down. Theoretically, it could. I mean, if they were smart and they wanted to stimulate growth in the economy, it would go down.
Why would they drop the taxes? The city's going to make less money. It makes no sense. I
On
got
a,
my municipal
on a
evaluation.
municipal level, it makes no sense. On a federal and provincial level, it makes sense to lower taxes overall. Because it stimulates the economy, and we need the economy to grow. It's contracting.
I don't think the cities are going to do because that's the
No, but the
pretty much
cities, there's
their
no
main,
reason for the cities. The cities need the money.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
their main source of revenue. The tax.
Well,
the-
apparently not. The main source of revenue is radars and parking tickets.
Yeah.
We found out. The more
But-
you know.
what was I going to say?
180 million, bro.
I got
crazy.
I got my municipal evaluation.
Did they go up in Brossard also?
Holy shit!
Really?
Like it makes you feel good because
What was the evaluation when you bought it? Like, not the price. I don't want you to tell the person they are. I just mean like, what's
was
the
almost-
percentage of
it's
increase?
almost double.
It's almost double.
No.
How long you had the house? 9 years?
8.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Let me think. Not almost double. Let's
As
say
a
let's say
homeless-
35-40%.
As a sans-abri who doesn't own his own, who doesn't own his own property, I was looking at I'm still looking at houses, right?
What are we still doing in this province, bro?
I don't know. I was looking at properties, and I've noticed there's been a change in the way things are priced now. Like things are. At one point, it was like I would open Centrist, and I'd be like, I should become a terrorist. Like that's what needs to happen. Like everyone, fuck you. How could you list
Yeah.
your shanty for $1 million? So that's adjusted a bit. But what's funny now is funny, not haha, funny like. It's not everyone anymore. A lot of people have kind of been like, okay, $850. It's still overpriced, but whatever. But now you get to really see the outlier, crazy people. So they post these houses
They
that
still
are like
have hopes.
They're crazy, stupid, like
Yeah.
ugly houses. They're falling apart inside. They're like $1.7 million. You're like,
What?
bro, this isn't even in a nice area.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has 2 yards. All houses have 2 yards.
No, but because the other thing that never made sense to me, what maybe it did a little bit, but whatever. The prices, the market
Sorry.
price of the
I'm
house
still laughing at my own joke.
is usually based on the evaluation, which is why a lot of homeowners they get excited when they get and it's gone up because they're like, oh, look at the house is
sell for
worth.
more, yeah.
We can sell it. Like they usually put it up like 10-15% above your
It
valuation.
jumped a lot recently.
And that's what normally goes down as your listing, right?
Not anymore. Plus 30%.
Yeah. Well, when we were looking, the average we were told is about 10 to 15% above
Now it's
municipal.
probably 25, 35.
So that's what they told us. Look, when you're looking for a house, look at what the evaluation is, look at what they sell for, and you'll get your window where you
Yeah.
can kind of negotiate, right? Now it makes no fucking sense, dude. It makes
And
no
that's
sense.
Brossard. You know you should see what's happening in the city, honestly.
Oh no, the city.
There's a reason I haven't
we
bought
excluded
anything
the
yet.
city even back then because it made no sense.
Yeah,
So this
I
is not
mean-
new.
God, if I had 9 years ago, if I had bought a house, I'd be laughing now. You would have been too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I am laughing, but
No, laughing. I mean, in the city.
Yeah,
Even,
in
you'd
the
still
city.
be
Yeah.
laughing.
So for the transfers,
Sell it now and go to Brossard and buy 2 houses.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the transfers, because people wondering, let's say you're a grandfather now, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to transfer the house to my kids, kind of thing. Your kids are gonna pay the taxes, right? The capital
I
gain.
talked to Chris about this fucking fix because I need to fix this problem.
Well, what his dad told him.
Oh wait, don't give away secrets.
Well, it's,
okay, tell me.
It's logical actually, and I'm like, yeah, okay, makes sense. What his dad said, he goes, listen, I'm not gonna give you the house. I'll give the house to your kids, so that way it'll like instead of having you pay capital gain or taxes, and then when the time comes that you transfer the house to your kids, you're gonna pay again. I'll just do it once, transfer directly to the kids, and we save one payment of capital gain taxes. You understand?
Hold on. Let me just process this.
I'm your father, and he's your kid. Okay?
We can do this simpler. I live in this situation. My grandparents are alive.
Yeah.
It's their house. Me and my parents live in the duplex.
Yeah.
My grandfather dies. He leaves it to me.
Exactly.
So I have to pay it. The inheritance tax.
Well,
I'm not looking to solve
Or
tomorrow's problems, George.
no. What he's going to do is sign it off to your kids.
That's his great-grandchildren.
It doesn't matter.
But who pays it when the transfer happens?
They're kids. They can't pay. Bam. Problem solved.
No, because a minor owning property is a paperwork nightmare too.
Yeah, he's gonna leave it on a will. I leave my house, whatever,
Okay, fine.
to your kids.
But who pays that transfer tax?
I don't know what happens.
It's not going to get paid later.
I don't know.
I understand the logic, but no, because then you need.
Because if he transfers
No,
it,
no,
look,
this is not
if your grandfather transfers it to your mom,
Yeah.
you're paying. Then your parents are going to transfer it to you.
So Chris's
you're going to
dad's
pay.
solution is
then you're going to
he's
transfer it to your
saving
kids.
Chris money 25 years from now.
Exactly.
That's what he's jumping.
So he said
But it's
instead of
not
paying
a-
twice,
Yeah.
let's pay it once and we'll finish with it. I'll give it straight to the kids rather than you have to pay for me.
And then the kid's
your
18,
kids have to pay for you.
Then the kid's 18. Chris is acting the fool. He's like, I don't want you dating that guy. And she's like, get the fuck out, Dad's my house.
yeah.
I was about to stole the words right out of my mouth. I was waiting for it.
I wouldn't trust my kids to own the home
Yeah,
I
I was
live in.
waiting for it. Then again, God forbid you try to put your kid on timeout.
Because you're going to be
bro.
like, it's my house, my rules. Yeah? Here's the deed of sale, bitch.
according to
yeah, there you go.
According to this
Exactly.
paperwork, this is my house.
What's this paper? I
to
can,
this.
Make me a fucking sandwich.
I can have you on the street by 8 p.m.
Say that again?
What?
I can have you on the. But according to this paperwork, I can have you on the
Oh,
street
yeah.
by 8
According to this
p.m.
paperwork. And also, you have to give me sexual favors.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you went the pedophilia route. That's really
there
good. I
was some-
appreciate it.
It was a callback.
I appreciate it.
No, the kid's 18 if they can do all that
Guys,
stuff.
I don't know if you saw this.
I
and
went the incest route.
No. The kid's 12. He's got balls.
So staying on the ridiculous thing now, and I don't know if you guys saw this come up yesterday on the news.
Yeah. Ridiculous like Poseidon?
Yes.
There is such a thing called the doomsday clock.
Yeah, of course.
You knew
Did
about
you-
this?
Obviously, we're like a millisecond to
serious,
midnight.
George?
Bro, we're all
I never
dead.
knew this. So yesterday, who is this? The atomic scientists or the bulletin of the atomic scientists. They moved the clock to 90 seconds to midnight. First of all, what does this even mean? What is this?
What do you mean? Okay, what's your question?
What
the
is this?
doomsday clock is an analog sort of.
Yeah, for us to get an idea of how close we are to
the end, to
catastrophe, or yeah.
We've been at like I think it started and we're already at like a quarter to midnight. I don't remember the actual start, but like we're this close now. Like between the fact that we can blow each other, it takes everything that could destroy us into account.
That's such
Someone can press a
bullshit.
button.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, okay.
I just don't understand how how those metrics work for them to judge that, we're like a hair away of being destroyed. I don't get it. And then the lady that brought down there's like a little, they had covered it. It was like the big reveal, right?
I guess it doesn't have dust
Because
because you gotta dust it after.
I just love how they were all, they all had a serious face. They're like, nobody's smiling. At
It's,
us.
We're 100 seconds away from.
100 seconds.
No, 90 seconds.
Here we go. It's almost over.
90 seconds to midnight. It means absolutely nothing. I don't understand what this is and how they even, whatever. Just wanted to put that out there.
It's just insane.
Let's get.
That was not really a story, George.
It was a thing. It was.
That was
Yeah,
That
it
was a Poseidon
That was
story.
a Poseidon story. In Poseidon type news, here's a thing that I read, only the headline. job.
No. I read it. I just don't understand why they do it. Like, what's the purpose?
Oh, it's fun.
Like, how accurate? Like, it's stupid. It's just to give us an idea. And who decides? Like, what?
The
how do you-
WEF.
No,
The
man,
WEF
it's not the
decides.
WEF,
I don't
it's
know who decides.
the
They've been doing
bulletin.
this thing since the 80s or 70s.
First time I hear of this shit.
Since we've had nuclear power, we've been doing nuclear weapons.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
It's
but
so fucking
it's
stupid.
whatever.
Okay. Give me one little second. Okay, yeah. Let's go to Canada. Justin Trudeau's dropping the gloves, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit! What's he doing?
Well, we've spoken quite often about Bill 21, Bill 96 here in Quebec and how controversial they are and how the government of Quebec, even before the bill was even voted and passed, Premier Legault said that he would invoke Article...
What happened?
Oh no, I'm just.
Oh,
I'm,
I
I'm
thought you were looking at
listening.
me like, did you see that? I was like, what?
Oh no.
Yeah, so we've known even before the bills passed that Premier Legault said that he would invoke the notwithstanding clause regardless. So in any case, whether the courts... get some water. Whether the courts... what are you guys fucking doing?
He's
dude?
doing something bad.
I don't understand, bro. Fucking.
I don't know what it is, though.
I'll get you some.
Whether the courts are on our side or not, we're invoking the notwithstanding clause. We have the right, and that's it. That's all. And there's a lot of provinces now that are following Quebec's example. For example, Ontario, Doug Ford, a couple months ago, for those following, he wanted to pass a law to ban the teachers from demonstrating. Obviously, that's an infringement upon their rights. And he said, fuck, I don't give a shit. We have the notwithstanding clause. So everyone is kind of using this notwithstanding clause preemptively to get their stuff done. Mm-hmm. And Justin Trudeau came out the other day and said, well, you know what? We're going to call the Supreme Court and we're going to bring it over there to just so they can let us know if the provinces could use the notwithstanding clause in this manner, preemptively, without just passing the bill and then letting it
question.
go to court.
Why do we have the notwithstanding clause?
It was a negotiation.
Okay.
it was a tool. It was a negotiation tool to get the provinces to comply.
But it seems like its very existence is anathema to like the process.
But it's not permanent. That's the thing about the notwithstanding clause. Notwithstanding clause, you use it, and in 5 years it ends, and you have to renew it, kind of thing, and you have to justify why you need to renew it. I'll give you an
Okay.
example.
You have to renew it. It's such a weird term.
In the late 80s with Bourassa, he
How did you just say within Bourassa?
yeah, Bourassa, Robert Bourassa, he used the notwithstanding
Bob-
clause
Bob
on
Bourassa.
Bobby
Bob Bourassa.
Bobby Bourassa. He used the notwithstanding clause back then with the language. It was the French language had to take precedence over the English language, and that's when the English
Badly.
community fucking went all berserk, and he lost a couple of anglophones from his caucus, and they created the Equality Party. Whatever, long story. And it lasted 5 years, and then after 5 years, they came up with a solution that you can put English, but French has to be bigger,
Prominent, yeah,
exactly.
more prominent.
So that's what happened, and they removed the notwithstanding clause. I think it was included in the charter, in the Constitution, in the 80s when it was signed, to give the provinces the right, regardless of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, to invoke the notwithstanding clause, to bypass it, and to give. What?
Where is he?
He's in the back.
So that account has been trolling him. It's me.
What? You. Wait. Okay, let's. Okay, he left.
I don't think
he
he's real.
left.
So
okay,
I
well,
lock the door so he can't come back in.
No. no. Leave it. Don't lock. We need him, dude. We need him.
We're on the 2cam. We can have a proper morning show. George, let's talk about the news.
So no, but I want him to continue with that fake account.
He doesn't know about that. I'm gonna keep going.
I know that, but you have to let him in.
Well, I will eventually.
He's fucking stupid. He's gonna be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing it. He's gonna take off. He's gonna go eat. Anyways,
Come on. He's like, oh, I'm not. I could eat. I'm hungry.
so yeah,
I'm
so
sorry. I haven't been listening to anything because I've been too busy trolling him. I'm
So
trying
that-
to pretend like I'm paying attention.
So that's the notwithstanding clause. It was used as kind of a negotiation to kind of reel in the provinces and sign the constitution.
But you
giving
understand
them,
what my point was, right? The fact that they can even
yeah,
invoke
basically the advantage of this is that the government back then, which was Justin Trudeau's father, told the provinces that regardless of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Parliament will always supersede.
it. Okay.
Okay,
Except when it
and
doesn't.
it could be provincial or it could be even federal. Even the federal government can invoke the notwithstanding clause. But there's a way to use it. You can't use it. He's trying to come in. Come in, dude. What's up?
He has keys. I forgot he has keys. I don't think he has the key to this
Does he
door.
have the keys?
We've never locked this door before. Let's see. Can he get in? They're at the door.
he has the
He's
key.
it's at the door.
He made it.
I always have a contingency plan.
No, you never have it. You just got lucky.
No, I always do.
Honestly, as long as I've known you, you don't have any plan. You're just going and forward and hoping
I
for the
have, I
best.
have
Yeah.
plans. I make it seem like I have no
Yeah,
plan.
that's a great plan. You
Imagine
you
he's
have
a-
no
can
idea
you
what's
imagine
happening right now.
He's a genius.
Maybe.
Like, he's just been fucking with us all this time.
He's playing the fool.
I mean, if
No,
that's
no,
the
I'm
case,
not, I'm not a genius, bro. Come
No,
on.
we know.
Let's not go that far.
It's nice to pretend sometimes.
Anyways, let's just wrap this up with the thing.
Oh, Rosalie gave you the idea. Go like,
No, she didn't. She just supported it.
too late.
Anyway, so Justin Trudeau now is going to the Supreme Court saying that they can't be using this, the notwithstanding clause, just unilaterally like this, like preemptively.
Yeah.
And he's asking the Supreme Court to look into the matter and to come up with a judgment on whether or not the provinces can actually use the notwithstanding clause this way. Obviously, this frustrated Premier Legault, who on Monday or Tuesday went off on this fucking rant about how the federal government is overstepping into matters that it doesn't concern
that's
itself.
not its
Whatever.
concern, yeah.
Mind you,
I keep forgetting she has 2 accounts.
keep in mind.
What?
Keep in mind. Keep in mind now that Bill 21 and 96 are both being challenged in court here
As
in
they
Quebec.
should be, because they're
course,
fucking
of course.
I don't want to say
But
unconstitutional. but
there's no decision yet on these issues, and now Justin Trudeau is going to the Supreme Court to ask them if they even have the right to use the notwithstanding clause without even first waiting for the provincial court to come up with a decision.
Right.
So this has created a little bit of a thing here in Quebec. I just think Justin Trudeau is picking a fight. Is there an election looming? Is he doing it to score points? Is he trying to force the Conservatives to pick a camp so that he can kind of box them into a corner? I just smell a bit of a strategy over here. This is coming a little bit out of left field,
okay.
and I think it's something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't think it's just this thing where he woke up and said, today I'll just ask the Supreme Court to look into it. I think there's some thought behind this, and it'll just be interesting to see how this will evolve.
Yeah.
Let's move on over to the front.
Did they ever put like a timeline on how long it's going to take them to make a decision for like when they'll come to a decision? The courts.
Here, for
Yeah,
Bill.
there's no like
I
a
don't-
statute. Like it
I
can only
don't
be in
know.
court for
I
X
don't
amount
know,
of
but
time.
at the end of the day, at the same time, does it really matter? Because
No,
the
I'm just
government has
curious.
said,
I'm
look, we're
asking.
invoking the notwithstanding clause. So in any case, it doesn't really matter. But I'm not sure exactly when the decision is expected. In the analysis that I read, the cards that Justin Trudeau is playing on challenging this issue is because, like I mentioned, you can't use the notwithstanding clause on any issue. One of those issues where you cannot use the notwithstanding clause is on the freedom. What is it? On any issue related to gender.
Okay.
Okay.
Gender.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bill 21, obviously, it's the law banning religious headscarves
Symbols
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
in public office and stuff.
And the argument is that bill affects mostly Muslim women from wearing a headscarf.
Well, mostly fine.
That's the
yeah,
argument,
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
So Justin Trudeau or the federal government is saying that bill, the notwithstanding clause cannot cover that bill because it automatically or primarily affects women and therefore falls under that category of gender on which the notwithstanding clause doesn't.
That is like the most slippery fucking spaghetti noodle of a fucking...
they found a very thin line on challenging it.
That's like Poseidon studying to become a doctor and then choosing gynecology just so he can see vaginas all day. Like that's the course he just took.
I'm just saying, like they think they may have found kind of like a way of challenging Quebec's decision and canceling the bill, but we'll see what happens.
I'm having a blast. Right
Everyone, these fucking guys are
are you
both
doing?
distracted. I have no idea what the hell you guys are
No,
doing.
I'm laughing at you and then I saw him
Sure,
being all
sure,
fucking
yeah.
blah. What are you doing in here? You causing trouble?
Yeah, someone has a personal vendetta against me, and I'm enjoying it.
Who is it?
They're too afraid to say their name.
Who? The
He's so
unicorn?
gross.
The
I bet he's
relaxation channel.
Who's the
He's so
relaxation
gross.
channel?
I bet he's sitting leaning back like a lazy...
I am.
You're disgusting.
I even cut to me and I waved.
Yeah. Then you tried to hit on them?
No, I asked for the name.
gorilla. They gorilla you.
Yeah, I am a gorilla. This
You are
is a
kinda-
known fact.
Yeah.
Gorillas in a mist.
And I can't go like gorillas in the mist. He loves to be hated, huh?
Jesus.
He loves it. He gets off on it.
Let's move on
Me,
to
yeah.
language. We've spoken about the whole debate about Bill 96 and the English versus the French.
La
and all that
loi
stuff.
96.
There was a report that came out
What I just said.
which indicates an enormous failure in French in the government exams for Sec 5s, I believe.
What? This is interesting. Okay, go
So
on.
the Sec 5s, there's a ministry exam. Every school does that, right?
Yeah, of
Sec
course.
5.
I wasn't sure if you were asking me
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
confirming. I was like, what?
The rate of failure is ridiculous. We're talking about over 50. Let me get the percentage right over here. Oh, where is it? Sorry, guys. I think it was over 50%.
Not professional.
So in Montreal, in Montreal for the Marguerite Bourgeois School Board or a district, whatever.
Did you hit him with crickets?
Yeah.
No.
That was dirty, bro. That poor guy. He's the only one who came prepared. You're just fucking sitting there like a gifto. I'm not even paying attention.
so
You're
there's
hitting
less-
him with crickets.
So there's less. there's less than 60% of the kids that actually pass the exam.
Olga jumped in to really clarify. The exam is hard, George.
Which exam?
Dude, come on, man. Come on, focus
Dude,
a
I'm
bit.
feuding in the chat, bro. I'm missing a lot of stuff.
Don't miss. Fuck the chat.
I'm
Anyway.
having fun.
So yeah, so the rate of the failure rate has been increasing consistently, and in this particular example on the island of Montreal, less than 60% of the kids actually pass, which 3 years before it was close to 73% of passing
So
percentages.
what you're saying is they're making all these rules to make French better, but they're not teaching it properly.
What
so
I'm
everyone
saying-
who's
yeah.
only learning French and not English can't speak
What
French
I'm saying
properly.
is that-
so nobody can speak any languages
What
here.
I'm saying is that people's French is getting shittier and shittier, and I see that all the time. I don't know how many emails you exchange in French with your work, or Poseidon, obviously much less.
I would say like 30% of my communications are in
Sometimes
French.
even from school, we get like
if you include
emails
school,
or
it's all in
whatever.
French, yeah.
The amount of mistakes.
Oh
that
my
I
God, yeah, it's
see.
bad.
Oh,
It's
geez,
bad.
man.
You know what's
Geez,
crazy?
and
is
it's
I get
frustrating.
communications from my kid's school. It's a Greek school.
Yeah.
The first one is always in French because it's technically a French
It's a French school, yeah.
Sometimes I read it, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand the gist of what's going on, but something feels wrong with this sentence. Feels like a North African wrote it, you know? It's a little too weird. So I moved to the Greek, and I was like, no, this isn't better. Who the fuck wrote this? So I'm like, and then there's like a subscript in English, which is only 2 sentences, because the whole email could have been 2 sentences. And I was like, oh, okay, I understand
Yeah.
now.
No, for me, it's not just in terms of comprehension and just writing like sentences that actually make sense, like you're saying. It's grammatical and syntactic errors. It's like, I don't understand how people still mix up E accent aigu with ER, for example.
Wait. What do you
Well,
mean?
it's the
In the
same
middle
sound.
of a sentence or at the end?
The word, man. When
Oh,
you put
ER
a word,
only goes at the end.
Yeah,
Okay, like what word? Like what word?
Vous devez étudier.
Z. That's neither of those examples.
No,
You're wrong. You're wrong on both. It's neither one nor the other.
No,
Vous devez is or Z.
no, étudier. I'm talking about étudier.
Oh, étudier.
Vous
Yeah.
devez étudier.
Vous devez étudier.
Ah.
That's,
Normally,
it's-
They must stop it.
Normally,
That's
like
ER.
étudier is ER.
Yeah,
and they
that's
put
ER.
accent aigu.
But j'ai étudié is accent aigu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tu as étudié accent aigu.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you put an extra E if
Or
it's
imagine,
feminine, if it's for a woman.
imagine in that example, they would put ER. Like, I read this shit and I can't. I'm like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Like, this, it's basic
The
rules.
fucking Bechdel police in here. Relax,
No,
guys.
man, it's frustrating. And it's not a student making a mistake. It's like school's administration.
French orthography is complex. Not
No,
as
it's not. It's not.
It's pretty
that
complex.
Not more than Greek. Like, I can't. I make
I would
tons of
argue-
mistakes in Greek.
Greek is more complex, but it has more strict and standardized rules, whereas French doesn't. English, shit show.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should just switch to writing phonetically. Fonetykly, phonetically. Like, that's how we should write. I read sometimes how my daughter's trying to write. I was like, honestly, that makes more sense.
I don't
No, because
understand why
that's how
this
they
is such
teach
a
them
big
now.
deal. We have autocorrect, Microsoft, everything.
You
Like
still need to know how to spell.
No, but
Come
still,
on.
dude, come on. Like,
but
you
everything-
need these fundamentals, and I understand we're moving into an era where
I
you don't
understand,
really
but if
need
you-
this.
if
You're
you
typing on
type-
you're typing on your phone and it corrects it automatically for you, even though sometimes it doesn't do it correctly.
But
Ooh,
I
there's
feel
a
like
trick here in the chat. It says you replace with vendu. Wait, what?
oh, I know this trick.
What is it?
Mordu.
Mordu. Can I have it in an example?
So basically, accent aigu.
vendre,
so you know,
vendu.
hold
I've
on.
never heard this.
So if it's
If you can replace the word by vendre,
on, let me
it's
explain it
ER.
properly.
If you can replace it by vendu, it's accent aigu. Like j'ai.
yeah, basically. You say
So
explain it
hold
better
on,
than me.
hold on. So basically,
Like, let's say the sentence
if
is
it can be in the present or
No, listen. The example is this. You have to write j'ai regardé la télévision, for example. How do you write regarder? Is it accent aigu or ER? So you take that and you replace it because
J'ai vendu la
no,
télévision.
Oh, no,
j'ai
you're right.
vendu la télévision. If it's,
You can't say
you
j'ai
put
vendre la
Yeah.
télévision.
well, I know a few Albanians who can. Je vendre ça. C'est bon.
You don't know, that's the trick.
No, the only trick I remember is for a with an accent.
Oh, yeah.
Avait. If it's a verb, you say can. You
Exactly.
say avait. That's the only trick I remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know how to spell. I just
Yeah.
didn't realize there
so
was a
there's
trick
like things
for it.
like this that I don't understand. They don't teach these anymore. And you know the thing
My,
is,
my trick is if I'm not sure, I dictate and I let it correct that part of the
but
sentence and I
sometimes
just
that
do it.
doesn't work with
It
like
always works.
accent aigu, ER. That doesn't know the difference or a.
You have to give a context in the
Yeah,
sentence. You have
yeah.
to go a little further.
But the reason
But
why
my French is le caca.
Le
Like,
caca.
It's le caca. It's poubelle.
It's
Still, it
my
doesn't-
written French.
It's not
I
le
can-
caca. It's
I
le
just
caca.
feel. I just
Le
feel. And look, I don't know. I don't know how. And I don't want to. Judge the teachers. I know they're doing a fantastic job. I have a lot of friends that are teachers. I just feel like back when we were in school, they
used to hit
were
us
more
if we didn't learn.
strict
Yeah,
with
just-
getting shit right, man. You know what I mean? And we wrote. Maybe we weren't perfect. I'm not
speak-
perfect.
I don't
but
know.
in terms of writing, like we didn't make that many mistakes.
What are you talking about?
I
We
don't
did.
know. Maybe.
Look,
maybe
I'm looking
not.
at my kid learning French. She's struggling, but she's getting it, right? It's a new language for her. The way she's being taught French seems to make sense to
Very
me.
different. Yeah.
Very different, but it seems to make sense. It's a lot of muscle memory.
Do they do it phonetically? Like when she was learning the alphabet,
They do syllabic.
they weren't learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They were like A, B, S, D, E,
No.
F, G.
But now that you brought
Like-
just blue air in my face.
Nique ta mère.
It was like
Yeah,
phonetically. It was
What's
phonetically.
really fucking me up and pissing me off, and I don't like it because I think it's making it harder. In French, she's learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, it's fine. In Greek, though, she's learning A, V, R. I was
Yeah.
like, so when I tell her, put a gamma down, she's like, I don't know what
What's
that
a
is.
gamma? Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you know, she's like, but they told us, because I asked her, I go, ask him, why are we doing it this way? So she asked, she goes, he told us it's so we can learn the sounds. I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Every letter name in Greek and in all languages, the letter is called what it sounds like, more or less.
Yeah.
The first sound in
Yeah.
that word
Yeah.
is the sound. So alpha, vita, like,
Yeah.
what are you teaching them? Averaba.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
talks to me in Greek sometimes. I was
That-
like, you want a
that-
prasinu karta?
What you just said, they did that
In
at my
French?
daughter's school in French.
That's fucked up.
They learned the alphabet.
No,
they
that's
learned
stupid.
it. Well, my daughter knew the alphabet.
No, but they learn the alphabet in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So if you teach them the sounds after, they don't put the two together. They're confused.
I don't know, but that's how they did it. I mean, she's okay now. It
When a
works. It works. It's
society's
just a different
language
approach.
regresses, so do the people.
The only thing where it sucks though is that when they write, they think about
Whoa,
sounds.
freeze. Oignon became onion?
What?
Yeah.
They changed the spelling of oignon?
I
When?
think so.
No, I'm not
No,
okay with
really?
that. They changed it to the English spelling.
Let's go to.
That's not real.
Let me go write something here.
That is not real.
See if it works. Let me type in French.
Yeah, they changed it.
Why? Because oignon with a G, I understood that I had to go oignon.
Oh no, IGA still has it oignon.
Well, on my thing in French, it has it correct. It doesn't. It doesn't. Correct
Do they
it.
still teach, what is it
Maxi
called?
oignon.
Like to speak to elders, like vous voyez, do they still do that?
I hope so.
I don't know if they do.
Am I? Oh, what? Oh,
No, it's OIGN.
What's la forêt de l'alphabet? I've never heard that.
La forêt de l'alphabet. What the fuck?
My kid uses Pico et compagnie. That's what I think that's what all schools use in grade 1.
I use
Pico et Majesté
no.
and Nougat. There's these little cats.
I use Duolingo.
What?
You're a Duolinguist?
You never heard of Duolingo?
Yeah,
we
I used
don't,
it to practice my Spanish for a while during the pandemic when I was bored. I didn't do muy malo. No good.
Anyway, it's a big issue. All the parliamentarians up in Quebec City are freaking out over this because they've been pushing French for so many years.
Marc Forget goes, they accept both now, like les chevaux and les cheval,
Les cheval is not a word.
because they're more inclusive now.
See, for me, this is an issue.
That's an issue
You
for me
can't
too.
give in just so you can make it easier and then change the fucking nature of the word.
Hold on. Some things I understand, right? I feel like this is us being old because, like, I remember my grandfather, my dad's dad, teaching me, like, doing Greek homework with me because my parents just didn't have the Greek education
Yeah.
to help me with it. And he used to fucking lose it of the, what's aplopiesi in English?
The simplification.
Simplification. They had simplified because Greek is a very, especially
course.
when all the intonations.
Yeah, but your grandfather learned fucking katharevusa, man. Like or
like hardcore,
ancient. Yeah, yeah.
like hardcore, because he was in a military academy.
Yeah, that's different.
So
The
like,
lang- yeah.
he would lose it. He's like, "What are these gypsy Albanian words?" Like he would get mad. I'm like, I don't know.
Like
This is what
my
they taught
father
me.
too. But it's beautiful though. If you see like these old timers, right? They have multiple accents. It's not
Yeah,
just
polytonic.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the polytonic thing, I never really like. You don't need it anymore. We understand.
No,
that.
but it's beautiful when you read.
It's beautiful to see it. Yeah,
And they put
But
it
in
because
French,
there's a reason why.
French also, I know. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
breathing
yeah.
points and pauses.
Yeah.
But in French, for example, like certain words that were difficult to spell, I understand changing the spelling. Like oignon, I get. I don't like it, but I get. But cheval, chevaux.
No, but there must be some root, like an etymological root.
That's
that,
and I want to respect that etymological.
Yeah, you
root.
can't
Yeah.
just fucking like I heard the other day someone was telling me that I think in Greece they're trying to change the language again to simplify it
more. It's
by
pretty
putting
simple.
all the e sounds just to put one e.
No,
That makes no
That'd
sense.
be so silly.
It makes no sense. Like you have verbs like,
You know, there's a movement in Greece to switch to the Latin alphabet.
oh my god, why?
It's the dumbest thing
No,
I've ever heard.
dude, no,
what are we,
no.
Serbian? No offense, Serbs.
So even that, like, it's like,
Like to have a dual alphabet, I'm like,
there's
that's
a
stupid.
reason why
Yeah,
a
that's
word
crazy.
ending in EI is spelled EI because you know it's a verb. You
Look,
can't put fucking.
I'm watching my daughter
In
learn
Greek, I'm
two
talking about.
languages that she doesn't know well, right? Like English. Forget the crazy thing is her English. You've heard her speak, right? She speaks English,
Yeah.
like a 12-year-old. Her English is immaculate. Her French and her Greek are not. Her English writing though, hilarious. Le garbage. Like just it's so bad.
fucking funny.
It's so bad, and I was like, phonetically correct, but so wrong.
Yeah.
Like she wrote coughing, COFFIENG. Coughing.
Coughing.
I go, why is the E for?
That's
She goes,
coughing.
it feels like a
Coughing.
She was trying to make the
There is
sound.
an E. Coughing. Eng.
Coughing. Yeah, like,
Coughing.
it's phonetic, but it's hilarious.
It's cute. It's cute. The way
It's cute, yeah. And the backwards Fs.
Yeah, obviously it makes sense. The way they're learning the language because they're learning letters and they're learning how to combine them. So it makes sense when they're making words and they're making these mistakes.
It's a good mistake.
Yeah,
it's just
but
funny.
I find it
it's
cute.
just funny. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to, because me too, it happens, and you try to decode it. You're like, what is she writing?
I'm
here?
trying to figure out if your kid's older, so she's actually writing stuff. Mine's
She's
still-
writing much
yeah,
better,
yeah.
but sometimes she still makes these kind of mistakes.
But that,
there,
mine
like, where
can't
they
really
use
write
phonetic-
yet.
yeah.
She can write 2-3 words at a time. So, like, I don't know how to help her. Like, I don't understand.
Jesus
So, like, I don't want to
Christ.
judge teachers because,
Let the
like,
school take care
about
of it,
how
man.
bad they're doing in French, right?
Let the school take care of it.
No, I'm talking about the government now. I'm talking about your
Oh,
story.
the government,
Like, I don't
yeah.
want to judge why kids are doing worse, but I would assume it's because learning a language is hard. There's a lot less native French speakers in the system because they're bringing in all the immigrants. So it's harder for them. And the same way my kid struggles in Greek because they're teaching her Greek as a first language and it's not her first language, those kids are going to struggle with French. I think it's to be expected. What I see as a failure on in the government's eyes, I see as a success for the French language. The fact that it's coming down that average means that more people are speaking French probably. That's what I'm inferring.
How do you come
Because
to
you
that?
have all these new speakers that are struggling a bit. They'll do better.
And they bring down
They'll be
the
fine.
average.
They're bringing down the average, yeah. Hey, c'est les ethniques, Josh.
But then when you look at the stats, from what they say, maybe they're just using that in their favor because it's an argument, obviously, in their favor. The number of people speaking French is also going down.
I don't buy that for a second. That's because in the censuses at home, it only counts who's speaking French at home. When I get a census, I don't write English, I write Greek because I
Yeah.
want to be counted, right?
Right.
So, I mean, all of our data is flawed. All data is flawed. There's no perfect data. There's no true objective data. So you have to just take that into account. And they're going to spin it any way they need
There's a
to
logic
pass more
behind what you
stringent-
said. There's
There
a
is,
logic behind
right?
what you said, but when you're thinking that we're being told that the number of people speaking French is also dropping, then it wouldn't make sense.
No, it actually it supports my my
number-
theory.
No,
My
there's a
hypothesis
decrease
is
in number
but
of
there's not an actual decrease.
that's
There's a
what- yeah.
decrease of maternal French speakers.
Yeah.
That's all. We don't actually know.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed over the last, I'd say 10 years, downtown West, right? So from the end
Yeah.
of Westmount till about the movie theater. What's it called? That movie theater?
Atwater.
Dude, I'm
Not
looking
Atwater,
at
the other movie theater. From Atwater to the Paramount, whatever it's called now.
Oh, what is that?
Like where Simon's is.
yeah.
That's like the English side
What
of
is it?
downtown,
Peel?
right?
It's close to Peel.
No,
No,
it's past Peel. It's like
not Mackay?
Metcalf.
Metcalf.
Or something.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Stanley or
that
whatever.
area, that's an English area.
Right.
Like you walk on that side of downtown, it's pretty English.
I've heard French there, but okay.
I've heard it too. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's not like the French people come and we hit them.
yeah.
You know, like- but like the
You're not
further east you
welcome.
go, the more French it gets,
East,
right?
yes.
In the businesses
Correct.
especially. But now, I've noticed that because I used to work in that area. Is the French is
French is
increasing,
moving more
increasing,
west.
increasing. Côte d'Ivoire, you used to never hear French in Côte d'Ivoire ever. Filipinos would talk to you in English. The Mongolians would talk to you in broken English. The Pakistanis, the Indians, the Southeast Asians, English. Now, all these same ethnic groups, they're speaking funny French to each other. I hear them when I walk around the neighborhood.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you know ancient Phoenicians had a letter and they called it wow?
What kind of
W-A-W.
Yeah.
What is it?
What does it sound like? W?
What does it look like? Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably looks like a W.
It's a Y.
It's a Y?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
But why?
Wow.
He's
Like
not making any
W-A-W.
points.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh God, I got a headache.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
Did you hear about that kid that got beaten up at Calixala Valley?
Was he
We
running his
shouldn't be
mouth?
laughing. You know, first of all, you know, like Calixala Valley. It's a high school in the west, in the east part of. I think it's on.
I've never, except to like leave the province, to leave the city on vacation. I've never been east of Papineau.
Where's Calixala Valley, guys? It's in the east. Is it Sherbrooke East or Henbrasa East? Sherbrooke. Henbrasa East. Huge school. metal detectors. Like this school had a bad reputation even when we were there. When we were going, no, not
You went
there.
to Calixla
No,
Valley?
no, no,
Oh.
no. When we were in school, very bad reputation.
Good. That's how we like our
It's
shit.
in Montreal, no. Olga would know.
Yeah, it's in Montreal North.
Wait, no, you're not from Montreal. No, why would I say you would know?
Bad reputation. You know, all the street gangs, all these youngsters. It's always been messy over there.
Say it. Say what you want to say.
No, it's always been messy over there.
You know what he wants to say.
And
I know what he wants to say.
Somewhere right now, Preach is making a fist.
Say it, George.
So there
All
was,
those
a kid,
N people.
there was a kid that was beaten up with a hammer.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
That's
yeah,
brutal.
outside the
Hammer's
school.
brutal, bro.
Was it an IKEA hammer or like a sledgehammer?
It was like
on
a-
the scale of hammers.
It was like a
regular hammer.
Yeah, like a regular
Average hammer?
which is still bad. I mean, getting a hammer.
I always
on the head.
find a hammer to
Is it
be
un
so
marteau des
brutal.
martels? Get it?
That's funny.
It's a throwback.
I find hammers worse than a knife
Hammer will fuck your life up.
because hammer.
Well, it depends. You take a hammer to the gut, you'll be okay. It'll hurt, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, but a hammer I feel like is more violent than a knife.
Because you're being bludgeoned, not stabbed.
Yes,
it's not clean.
exactly. It's
Nasty.
It's
Well,
dirty.
because if you stab someone, it's like the damage can be done really
'Cause,
quickly.
yeah,
but the
well-
hammer, you really have to like fucking.
Well, because a knife, you could just
Well, you
have
could
the
do
intention,
hammer
like, I
damage
just want to
fast.
kill you. I want to make this as quick as possible, in and out. Bam, one cut, you're done. You know what I mean?
Why
Straight
did
to
you
the heart.
cock the imaginary knife in your hand like it was a shotgun? He's holding like this. He goes, bam.
No, because
you're
first,
shot. You're stabbed.
first you grab the person.
Oh, okay,
and then
okay.
you know, because you want to stabilize them, and then you plunge it into their heart.
Right, George?
Stabilize.
Stabilize it.
But a hammer is just
I mean, you hit a guy in the head with a hammer. You don't have to hit him again.
yeah, but it's
It depends.
reckless.
Depends how you
It's-
hit it. If
It
you
feels.
get your shot, I mean, like this.
I'll hit you with
feels
my hammer
sloppy.
later. We'll see how fast. We'll see how many shots it takes.
In any case, this
You take
apparently
a hammer in the
started.
head, you're dead.
This apparently started from like a verbal exchange, like something was said, whatever, and they met the kid outside. And
Oh,
they
so
beat
my
the shit out
joke
of him
wasn't
with a hammer.
really that off. He was running his mouth.
Oh, yeah, something definitely happened, but I mean, just with a hammer. I mean,
That
look, fights
sucks,
always
bro, for a
existed.
kid.
We,
How
there
old
were
is the
fights
kid?
when we were in school.
Look, all this proves right
there
now.
was never any weapons. Though,
There was
man.
always
They
weapons.
used
No,
to-
there was
Cool.
weapons. There was a lot of weapons,
Well,
my
you
dear
went,
sir.
yeah.
but
Brass knuckles consistently.
They had a lot of brass monkeys. Funky monkeys. What was I going to say? So, okay, when something like this comes out, you just know that it's going to come into the public discourse. Like, people are, and we have to address it here. Hammer regulation. Who can buy a hammer? What are the background checks like?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
ban hammers.
Do you have to be 18, 21? Like, if you can vote, should you be allowed to buy a hammer? I think it's my constitutional
Yeah,
right
yeah.
to own a hammer. What if I want to build a home? I need a hammer.
You didn't hammer.
I channeled Pantelis hard there. I felt it. He was inside of me.
ban hammers.
Hammer time.
Bum, 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 bum.
Can't touch this. No, different song.
Let's
Yeah,
just-
we always had weapons in high school fights. Like I wasn't in those. I'd see them. I was watching the
You know what,
peasants
now-
fight.
now
The
that-
most-
now
the
that I think
most,
of it, there was, but no, you know, like
There was a lot of belts.
when it was an
A
organized
lot of belts.
thing.
I had a metal belt. I
Arabs.
had metal plates on belts
but when
in
it
case
was
I
like
needed
a-
to.
when
I
it
could
was
whip
like
it
a-
out.
Wait, sorry, hold on. You were using your belt?
I've never used it.
Yeah,
but I
'cause
had it
that's
just
not
in case
your-
it came to that.
Yeah, that's
I
not
had,
your camp.
I had a
Yeah,
belt.
that's not your
camp that
camp.
used
That's
belts.
That's the sand place.
Hey, bro, I'm Greek. You know, maybe we have interconnections somewhere there.
no.
I have family down in South Africa, but we're all over the place.
Not that
My
south.
family lore is wild.
I believe it. Look at him. He's like an amalgam of
I used to have a belt
Genetic
that was
mistakes.
basically just metal plates on top of the belt that were screwed in,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had that just in case. I never had to use it because
I never carried a weapon, ever in my life.
Neither have
But I've
I.
always carried like a pocket knife. I don't consider it a weapon; it's a tool.
No, it's a weapon.
I've
I mean, it
had,
is
I've
a
had
weapon.
knives pulled out
And
on
a
me.
few times in my life, like
repeatedly.
I felt like, and I've reached into my pocket and just grasped it just in case. But I never had to use it.
I've had knives pulled out on me.
I've had knives pulled on me. Yeah,
a
for
few
sure.
times.
I took a belt to the face once on the
had
Assorted
a knife.
Metro.
I
It
had
was
a
like a
knife
fight that I
once.
wasn't a part of. I was just trying to get through.
We had,
Oh,
we had
that
an
sucks.
Exacto once.
My eye was all swollen.
Exacto is the
Super dangerous,
Super
Exacto.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Because if they're Asian, they can go and then your arms fall off.
Okay.
Actually, it can't cut bone.
I know that. It's an Exacto.
Oh, yeah, no. An exacto was if you wanted to
cut
just harm,
bone,
but you
bro.
didn't want to kill.
Yeah, you need. Oh my god, I can't believe you said that.
No, but that can cause like he slashes you on the face. You're done.
You're done. Yeah, you're Scaramanga. When you have the scar, no
Yeah.
Scaramanga.
Yeah.
This is
They
a
open
weird
you up
show.
like a taped box, bro.
It's a weird show. We're losing followers for
Jesus. Let's move on over to Ukraine
sure.
because
Why do you have your hands in your pockets? Are you touching your dick? What are you doing?
there's
No,
a
maybe I
hole
have
in
a
the
weapon.
shirt.
You don't know that.
Oh, it's a little weapon.
Hey,
Drop your weapon,
Ukraine
Papa.
has requested more aid from its allies.
So somebody caught that. Sticky Hall caught it. I never carry your weapon, but I carry a pocket knife.
I mean, it's like, guys, it's on my keychain. It's not a weapon. I'm not killing
Can
anyone.
you
with
cause
it.
damage?
yeah, it's like a Swiss knife.
I mean, it's like a little pocket knife. I don't mean like a switchblade.
Fun fact.
I'm gonna go get it.
A legal knife, okay? In order to carry it, so you don't get arrested, it cannot go past the palm of your hand.
But even that, even if it's smaller than your palm,
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? 2 inches? 2.5 inches, let's say.
2.5 inches, yeah.
Dude,
two and a
you
half.
get stabbed with that. I mean, you know, it could.
I'm back. So, for
That's
context,
fucking huge, dude.
this I don't carry with me every day. Which camera am I on?
Here, I'll cut to you.
This I only take on set because it's a tool, right? I use it.
Oh, you're not really showing it to people
What do you mean?
because you were
Hands
under
on
the
outside.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Which camera is he on?
Go more up. Go more. Oh, you want to show it to the middle one? Show it to the middle one.
yeah, I would.
I'll show it to the. I told you I went to that one.
And I said go to the center.
Oh, okay.
This is a dangerous. This I would not walk around
See
with. every day.
this? 'Cause look, see this doesn't pass your palm.
It's
Technically,
legal.
you're allowed
I
to carry
could.
it, but you get stabbed with this, you're fucked.
But I
dude.
use this on set. That's why
like
it's covered
you get
in
that
tape.
in the neck, you're done.
This is what I was talking about, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
even that.
Hey, what is this?
No, even that, dude. No.
You can really hurt someone.
Yeah,
with this.
you shove that in
Yeah.
someone's neck. It's
put it
it's
in-
game
but
over.
it's a multi-tool.
You stick it in the eye.
You could hurt someone. But when I said I don't carry a weapon, like I don't consider this a weapon. This is a tool.
A Swiss
in
knife is
in
a
the
tool.
70s, like my dad used to take a switchblade to school. It was normal for boys to carry pocket knives so they can like whittle stuff.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they would like make sticks and play.
Fucking butterfly knives.
No, not a butterfly.
My
knife.
brother used to have a butterfly knife, and he had a dull one, and he would just practice with it.
You had one for a doll? Oh,
a dull one. Yeah, it was dull, and he would just practice with it. So
Yeah.
he could
Your
get
brother probably not as dull as you, but yeah.
duller.
So big news in Europe because Ukraine has requested tanks to be sent in. Poland has supported the request, and they have been pressuring all the other NATO allies to allow the transfer of tanks.
Like a Kirpan. Sorry.
The Germany was kind of really not looking to do that, but finally yesterday late at night I was following the news and they accepted. So they're going to be
You're sending in the Tankwaffe.
they're sending in Leopard tanks.
Oh.
The question now is Canada going to send their tanks in as well because they're part of?
I don't understand. Are we fighting a war with Russia or we're not fighting a war with
We
Russia?
have been fighting a war with Russia.
Because this doesn't feel like a proxy war anymore. If our tanks are there, it's a war. We're
Yeah,
at
but
war.
what's the difference between a tank or the rocket launchers or the drones that they've sent? It's still
I
it's
agree
still
with you. I agree.
Weapons that attack that kill.
I agree.
Because the question now was that
Rosalie brings up a good point. Do we have tanks?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, snow tanks.
We have Leopard tanks. Yeah. We have. I think there's like we have 180 or something like that. I read somewhere. So I don't know if they're going to be sending everything in, but the question why
Leopard tanks. Yeah, pieces of the tanks are just falling off.
leopard.
They're melting. Yeah, leprosy's fucked up. Huh?
It is.
Jesus.
Because Mélanie Joly is among the
Lepers.
the foreign ministers that were actually pushing for arms to be sent in Ukraine. Maybe she didn't think that Germany was going to move forward with it, but now that Germany approved it, we're all waiting to see if Canada is going to follow and send in tanks.
Send in the clouds.
I feel like this is a turning point. I mean,
Maybe.
like you said, I mean, yeah, okay, drones and other equipment.
I agree. It's just that tanks seem very like hands-on, boots on the ground.
Exactly. Like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna send you the tanks, but you have to.
You drive them.
You drive them.
We're not even gonna wash them. We're just gonna send them dirty. They still have fucking native
exactly.
blood on them. Okay, you gotta clean that shit off.
I think like it's getting to a point now where
Do we send tanks to fight the natives? They've never done that.
no, I'm trying to.
when the Mohawk had
I
blocked
think I'm
the
talking
roads,
about the
maybe.
Oka crisis. If there was tanks
there
there,
tank- there
I don't
was.
think so. No,
Okay, there's still French-Canadian blood on it from October Crisis.
the October crisis. So that's what's happening in Ukraine. We're going to be following up with that to see if Canada is going to be sending anything in.
I gotta clean this knife. How do I sharpen a knife like this? I don't even know.
Look at
kinda
those
dull.
little stones there.
I tried. It just fucked it up more. I'm not good at it.
You don't know. What
I'm
you're
not a
doing.
man's man, guys. I make videos for a living, for fuck's sake. I'm a sensitive artist type. I wouldn't survive a second in the wilderness.
There is a bit of a controversy up in Ottawa. Minister, what's his name?
Joe.
No, Hussein. Ahmed Hussein. I don't remember what ministry he was given.
Ministry of.
He used to be the minister of immigration. I'm not sure exactly where he's at now. In any case, basically what's happening is that
Dude, Mark Forget wrote something in the chat about the Ukraine-Russia war. Plot twist, Russia and Ukraine are working together to get all the world weapons and invade Europe. Bro, I've been saying this, that they're double agents since the fucking beginning, bro. Since the beginning, I've been saying this.
We've been we've been talking for a couple shows now how weird it is, or not how weird, but how crazy it is that Canada or the government, Justin Trudeau's government, has been spending money on PR firms, and we spoke about McKinsey.
Who's really making the decisions?
McKinsey, they paid them over $100 million to help them with COVID management. And there's news now that Ahmed Hussein. He hasn't suspected anything.
I want to say something really mean, like something nasty that'll set him off, but I can't come up
Do you
with
know
it.
where his address is?
No, I'm not going to do that because then I'd have to put his real address in the chat, you psycho.
No, man, just his street.
No. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to fucking dox a mentally handicapped
Dude,
person.
that'd be funny.
George is fucking dark, guys. I don't know what camera we're on, but George is dark.
Yeah, just say, piece of shit, I'll be waiting for you in front of your house on, what is it, Bernard? Where is
Why are you 9? Why are you 9 years old?
it? Dude, you've been playing this game
Stop.
for an hour.
Skas malaka. Coach Malakis.
Anyway, so...
Where'd you go? Why'd you leave?
Yeah, so new thing now, so Minister...
Like on paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
A return label.
So in the middle of all this controversy, there's a
Sorry
new
to
one
interrupt your return process with the show. My bad.
So there's another thing now, another controversy where Minister Hussein paid over $90,000 to a PR firm, which is owned by one of his staffers' sisters. So everyone now has come up against him and like, oh, what are you doing? This is, there's a conflict of interest over here.
What? What's up?
Dude, are you okay? Because we're losing you. This show, I don't know
Did
what
he
the
say
fuck's
something
going on.
or did he make a
Yeah,
sound?
he's like, whoa.
Oh, no, about what you said.
Oh.
Yeah. So imagine now
Matting is sound effects,
you're getting
ad-libs.
paid by public funds and you hire a firm.
Yeah, we talked about this last episode.
No. We're not talking about McKinsey. We're
Oh,
talking about
sorry.
his personal
You
constituency.
realize I'm doing two things at once, yeah. Wrap it up in 2 minutes.
So his personal constituency office, he has a staffer, and that staffer's sister owns that company. He's like, okay, here, take this money, and I'm not sure exactly
That
what.
seems on the up and up. That seems completely okay. And what would you say this minister's
I can't remember.
family name was?
Oh yeah, well, Ahmed Mohammed.
Ahmed
What does that have
Mohammed.
to? What does that have to do with anything?
I feel like that is a victory for all of us ethnic Canadians. Finally, we're in positions of power where we can do the same shit the Anglo-Saxons were doing for so many generations.
Very quickly before we wrap up, there was an article that came out on CBC News that apparently Canada will be taking back all these Canadians that allegedly left and joined ISIS in Syria. They're going to be taking them back into Canada. The question is, are they going to be tried? Is there any consequence, or are we just taking them back because they're
Do we
Canadians?
have any information or no?
That's the information that there's. How many are they? I'm not sure exactly how many there are. There's about 60 people that have been held in Syria. They haven't been able to come back, but apparently now Canada's going to allow them to come back. Now the question is, are we just going to allow them to come back in like that, or are we going
What
to?
is what
Syrians.
flavor are they?
Who cares?
What flavor of Canadian
It
are
doesn't
they?
matter.
It
what
makes a
they
big
are.
difference.
They went and joined ISIS. So whether your name is whatever it is, and you're Muslim and you went there to support the fight, or if your name is Balabanos and you thought, you know what, I'm an extremist, let me go join the cause, does it make a difference? You still left on the premise of terrorist activity.
We don't know, so we're not going to speculate.
Because
I
you-
didn't play the music.
Okay, let's go. This monstrosity of a show.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this lovely miércoles. Is that the Wednesday? And
Sure.
miércoles. Este es un show muy grande, muy importante. Pero Jorge, I got nothing. My Spanish is gone.
Me
Shit.
janta esta me loca. What the fuck?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Sí.
Me llamo T-Bone, la araña discoteca.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, Mr. Worldwide. Let's go.
Another one. Another one. Guys, thank you for joining us. My name is Phil Balabanos. You can find out more about me at balabanos.com. George Chandrizov, he's got many a podcast you can check out and go see. All those links are in the description. You got Just As Dads. You got...
The backstage.
I was reading E2. I'm like, that's not a podcast. You got Poseidon, the human Melon Zan over here.
I'm Poseidon.com, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, still come visit the website. Talk
Great
shit.
website, shit human.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a terrible piece of garbage.
Patreon.com/Pantelis, where you can support shows, get early access, and sometimes exclusive access to shows that are not on the public YouTube because they're just too hot. And also, PantelisComedy.com, where you can find out tour dates, buy tickets, get merch, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We'll see you on Friday. We're coming up on 200, and we're coming in not hot, coming in like mediocre temperature, average temperature.
George is a certified racist. He really likes the Formula One.
He didn't.
He really
didn't
likes
write the exam. He didn't get certified.
No, he really likes the Formula One.
I don't understand your joke.
I don't understand either.
Because the cars they race.
Bro,
So he's a certified
End
racist.
Just end the show. End it. Just